What is up, my fellow YouTubers, my fellow YouTube people? It's me again. You can tell I've been working my complete rear end off. Things are going great. I'm truly blessed and I'm thankful for everyone who supports Relentless Motorsports. You can tell I've been busy. I need a haircut again, as usual, and I don't have time. Hopefully, I can get out tomorrow and get a haircut. Anyway, don't mind the messy hair, because I don't care. Anyway, we're going to talk about this Toyota Celcior ECU that I'm working on that is a rebuild. I don't know who did it. It might have been done in Japan. It's not horrible, but it's not the best. I want to show you guys this ECU just so you can see the difference between what I do and my work and install of parts versus the cheaper guys, the other guys, the guys that don't care. I probably care way too much, but that's probably a good thing, at least for you guys anyway. I treat these things as if they were my own, and I don't want my stuff looking like it was messed with. I'm a sucker for if you can't do it right, don't do it at all. Anyway, so let's take a look at this. This is a one-use Gen 1 from like a 1991 Toyota Celcior LS400, same car. Anyway, let's take a look at it. Let's dive in. So, over glance, it doesn't look like much to the untrained eye. Granted, I've straightened these up just because my OCD. I've straightened some of them. Literally, when the company can't, or whoever did it can't even take the time to set the caps in at a proper height. Granted, this ain't super high. It's still higher than it should be. Way too much. There's way too much leg showing in there. Underneath. Shouldn't be that high. These are a little bit more adequately set, and they at least used Rubicon components, which they're decent. They're not bad. They didn't use Chinesium junk, surprisingly, but this is not right. Like, these bodies are all too big. They're not set in. This one I had straightened up. This one was sitting over here, smashed. Henceforth, why that before you watch me push it over was already sitting there. Let's straighten that up the way it's supposed to be. These are all crooked and not even lined up. And even if you line them up, one is taller than the other. That's just probably me being OCD. If you go in here, they don't really have good solder penetration. It's like a really poor solder joint. Where are we? Here we are. This one's good. A poor solder joint. They didn't let the solder flow properly through the board. Let's check this guy here. Bend them to the side. That has residual contaminants from the old one, and if you look at them, they're dry joints. That's very poorly done. You look at this, more dry joints, solder blobs going off. I mean, that little bit much. A connection is a connection. This one's okay. Then you got the two 15 microfarad caps here, which are these even 15s? Yeah, they're 15s. Poor solder joint. Now we take a look at the back. And as you see, there's like residual flux all run down the board, and you see, whoop, right there, you see the difference in solder. Look, OEM solder is nice. Then you look at this, looks like a monkey used tools. That, and this one here looks like they damaged a pad, this top one right here. Then let's go over to the back. We have more residual schmutz all over the board. That's not good. And then we have, where's my finger? We have the verdict. Very poorly, chunky poorly done cap job. We got another one. Look how long these legs are. These legs. Get this camera to focus. Come on, come on. Trying to get this thing to focus. There we go, guys. That's about as best. Look how high that is. Your lid sits like right here. That is asking to touch the lid and ground out. And if your lid happens to be touching something else metal in the car, it's going to ground it even more. Then you have this. That's another poor solder joint. Poorly done. Here. Look, that's not even really like in there, and it's got like a lot of porosity in it. Just like a weld, you don't want porosity in it in your solder joint because it will lead to premature failure and it will ruin the structural integrity of the solder joint. So, I'm going to be making a follow-up video on this ECU when it's done, and I'm going to show you the difference between what I do versus what they do. Whoever they are. I do not know this time. Anyway, let me get to this, and I will be back shortly to show you guys the difference between my job and their job. So, stay tuned.